Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Y'all, this live was almost canceled because it's really nothing to discuss today, so this will not be that long. But I was like, I have not been on live since I think Friday, so that's why I'm here today. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Happy April 1st and stuff. As y'all see, ain't no thumbnail. I just put a title on because this is some random things or whatever. So this will be quick and easy, okay? I hope everybody had a great weekend. Had a good Monday. I did not want to adult today, and me not wanting to adult did not start until like 8:45. Meaning I had already adulted all day, and then said to myself, Jaylee, I am tired of adulting. But here we are, okay? Again, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video. You can also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what it is, okay? Look, let me get on camera. Hey, how y'all doing? I put the wrong headband on because my headband and back my shirt, it's in my bedroom. So here we are, okay? But let me get situated. Child, I ain't even got no water, okay? I got my leftover water from yesterday. I'm a little thirsty, okay? But how y'all doing? Okay, hello to the people who are here. Hello to the people who will watch the replay. By the time you watch the replay, I will probably have some kind of actual thumbnail on the video, but it is what it is, okay? Hello to y'all, okay? Technically I'm early. Technically I'm early, okay? Hey, mama, how you doing? Love you, okay? That's my mama, okay? But yeah, it is an after Easter live. I didn't even think about that. Look, I'll be like, I don't feel like coming on here. You be like, y'all be like, well, come on out here and talk about nothing, okay? There's a few things to discuss. I'm gonna get back to that one. Well, happy early birthday, S. Kemple. Your birthday summer. Happy early birthday. Okay. I'm just, I'm just here. Okay. It's April 1st. And I told myself yesterday, my eyes are a little bit itchy, y'all. I told myself yesterday, I said, Jaylee, it's a whole new month. Okay? It is a whole new month. It is technically the start of the second quarter. It's 4 quarters in a month, a year. I said, technically, I just feel like my face is like weird. Usually when I come in the house, I wipe my face down, and I had not done that because today, when I walked in the house, took my shoes off at the door, took my clothes off, and then went and laid in the bed. Because you can't get in the bed with clothes on. You can't go in your room. You should not be in there in the room with outside clothes on. I'm sad to put my clothes on to get back on camera. But I was like, great, it's a whole new month. And while YouTube sometimes is very aggravating when there's nothing to discuss, pop on and see whatever it is that you're going to discuss with the J of the Birds, okay? And I'm coming to realize, because YouTube is changing, sometimes I'm going to have to come to y'all and talk about nothing. Because content has to be content, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes we just have to talk about nothing, and that's what's going to happen today. Now, but I saved some stuff and whatnot, so we'll get into that. I think tomorrow, because I think the iHeart Award or something was on today. I think it was the iHeart Award. So we'll discuss the iHeart Awards tomorrow, because I already seen that like Ice Spice won like best something. And I feel like, how? Okay. And I don't want to be a hater. But I was like, Ice Spice won best, like, it's like y'all either best rapper, best somethinger. I'm not sure even what it is. But I said, bitch, how? I was just confused. And it just didn't make any sense. Let me talk about what Ice Spice win. So I saw on the thing, and I was like, really? I was like, I just felt out of all the people that can win, a best artist category. Oh, she won best new hip hop artist. Between her, let me just share my screen. Because y'all, I told y'all I don't have nothing to discuss, but when I can discuss anything. Okay, give me a topic and have a conversation. Ice Spice wins best new hip hop artist against Doechii, Lola Brooke, Sexy Red, and Young Nudy. I said, first of all, who the hell put up the nominations? Okay, I said, who the hell left the gate open? And again, I'm not hating. I feel like there is a thin line. That's like, it's like what it is. I just do not understand at all. I don't know who made the nominations. I don't know who voted for these people. I don't know if Nicki Minaj paid for it. Technically, Ski Yee should have won. I know her stuff. Or don't. So I just, I don't understand what's going on. It just doesn't make no sense to me. It beats me. No idea. So tomorrow, I'm going to, look through the thing. We're going to discuss that tomorrow. Okay. Now, let me get to the currency, because I can be just scrolling, y'all, and now I'll see stuff, and then it make me have a conversation or, something about it. But let me go to my save stuff, because I saved some things to discuss. Not much at all. And the last thing I'll probably, we know what? Let me do Beyonce's album first. Let's start there, because And let's pray to God the music don't play. I don't want to play the music. I just want to show the songs. But I don't know how title be sometimes, because sometimes let me click on the album. I'm not gonna click play. Okay, boom. Okay, click boom. Because so the Beyonce's album came out Friday. And Friday, first of all, Thursday night, I had heard a snippet of, let me see what song I heard a snippet of. I gotta try my best not to push no button that did play. I heard a snippet of Spaghetti. I had a snippet of Spaghetti Thursday. I said, that ain't country. I said, that ain't country, okay? And so Friday night, I listened to maybe the first two songs, American Requiem and Blackbird, and I was too tired. I said, Beyonce, this is 27 songs, my child. I don't have the capacity to stay up that late to watch it. Well, listen to it. So I didn't get into it Friday night, at midnight. Then I was live on Friday, and I was gonna listen with fresh ears. No, I was off Friday, and I just didn't listen to it. I just did not get to it until yesterday. I fully played it, listened to it, and I was like, oh, I could have done a live listen along, but I'm happy I did not, because this is a different type of album. And I don't mean that it's bad. I feel like this people don't have to sit with this for that too. Now, some people have already heard it and they love it. That wasn't me, because again, when Renaissance came out, when Lemonade came out, I listened at night. Okay, I listened at night. I ain't listened to this at night. I did not. I'm gonna get. Hey, thank you, Lisa, for the super chat. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna come back to that too. For Beyonce's album, I just felt like it's not a bad album. Let me make that clear. And I feel like, but I understand some people is not going to like it simply because it's different, but it's good. It's good. You know what I'm saying? Now, every song ain't the best song, meaning every song is not a song. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put that. I probably would not just put on American Requiem just on the fly. However, when I play this album, I will play it all the way through. So to me, the album was a bit of a slow start. Even American Requiem, you have to listen to the words to understand it's about something. But for me, it was just it didn't pull me in. The album did not start pulling me in until 16 Carriages. Blackbird, it's a good song, but I wasn't in no Blackbird mood. Now, 16 Carriages got me into it. I love Tia Little Roomy voice on Protector. I heard that the song My Rose is really to Sir, because on the CD, the name is Mr. Sir. And, that's supposedly dedicated to her son. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? I believe that what it is. Texas Hold'em, yes. Bodyguard, I was like, okay, I like it a little bit. You said Dolly P. I said, come on, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton calling her honeybee. I was like, oh, that's so cute. And Dolly Parton, giving her a stamp of approval. I loved her version of Jolene. I love how her version wasn't really her begging Jolene to leave her alone. It was her telling Jolene, bitch, back up or get jacked up. So I love the twists to Jolene and her saying, I'm still a Banshee bitch from Louisiana. Don't play with me. Okay. Even how the next song kind of was like, bitch, you gonna die real fast. You got here. Spaghetti for sure is a banger to me. I love Spaghetti. I also love Levi's Jeans. I love Desert Eagle. Tyrant is my favorite song yet. I would say Tyrant and Jolene are like, you know what I'm saying? Look, Tyrant, Jolene, and Desert Eagle probably are my top 3. Sweet Honey Buckin'. I love the bucking part. You know, bucket. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Overall, I feel like people, you really have to play it all the way through and let it play. Because I listened yesterday, and so I posted on Twitter a little bit about it. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. It was fine or whatever. But I still was like, oh, I probably won't, listen to it real fast. Then today at work, I put it on. I had to play it because I said I'll probably play this background music. So today I played it in my office, while I was working or whatever. And I was like, and I played it all the way through. So I do understand some people who, was saying they didn't like it. I understood some people saying, they like certain songs. I feel like Beyonce was honest when she said it's not a country album. It's a Beyonce album. It's a Beyonce album with country twang to it, with storytelling, really good beats. She's singing on here. She is singing. She is rapping. Okay, she's doing all of the things. Beyonce really put her all into this. And I mean that in a way where some people put their all into the album just for the album to be like good. I feel like Beyonce was like, I want to show y'all how great I am in any genre. And her tying together country, hip hop, R&B, a bit of soul, a bit of opera, a bit of mommy lullabies, a bit of busting, a bit of dance, no hand. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she put pieces of everything in it to show you can't put me in no category. And that's why when I was commenting on it yesterday, I said it's a very different album, and I will understand how some folk this may not like it, but I also get how I will say you have to sit with this for a day or two. I promise you, if you driving somewhere, just put it on. Put it on. Also, you can't really listen to it and be doing other stuff, because sometimes you may not even recognize how good a song is. Because yesterday, I'm like, okay, I like it or whatever. But today, as I was listening, I noticed other songs. So I probably will play it a couple more times, and I probably will love it. But I still say some songs, I think for me, American Requiem was probably the one that I was like, I wouldn't play that on a regular day. I would not. I want to hear American. I wouldn't do that, but I fully get her explaining. Y'all piss me off. How dare y'all tell me what I can and can't do? How dare y'all try and tell me what I should sound like? How dare y'all tell me where I fit in musically, bitch? So I fully got the point of it. The song with her and Miley Cyrus, where it's a song with her and Miley Cyrus. Okay, Most Wanted. That's a good song. It's not for me. Any song on the album that I would skip is a good song. That I would skip is not. I wouldn't skip that song. I wouldn't. But I promise y'all, if you just put it on and just vibe with it and give it a chance, I promise it'll grow on you. And I don't mean that in a way. I feel like sometimes people, like back in the day, when an album will come out, you go buy the CD or the cassette tape. You had to play it and like listen for a second. It was never about, oh, I heard one song, let me go and talk. It wasn't, you just you soaked it in. And I think that's why I wasn't in a rush to listen to it. And I didn't want to rush to review it because I felt like I want to like I want to get a feel for it, you know. And now that I've listened twice, it's not my best Beyonce album. However, it's a good album. It's a good album. I can see myself playing it. I wouldn't skip any songs, even though on a random day, if I'm looking for a song to listen to, I would go to Tyrant before I would go to American Requiem. Okay, I would go to 16 Carriages before I would go to maybe I don't just, you know what I'm saying. I wish I could. I wish you two wasn't so funny acting to me, because I would play just like if we could play 30-second snippets of songs just for an album review, I would love it. Okay. I saw somebody say we don't need a tour. I feel like Beyonce, you just gave us Renaissance. You just did the whole Renaissance tour. We don't need, I'm not going no way. You know what I'm saying? I want her to let us soak this in. I feel like Beyonce's next thing should not be a tour. I feel like Beyonce, because look, she did Renaissance, the Renaissance movie, which ain't on streaming. She did that perfume she had or whatever. She did the sacred hair care stuff. We now have Cowboy Carter. I feel like give us the Renaissance visuals with Cowboy Carter visuals. Let that hold us over. Announce a tour starting in 2025. And that may be it. Or maybe don't tour this album. If whatever Act 3 is, which what they're saying maybe a rock album. My favorite Beyonce album, I really feel like is Lemonade. I really feel like Lemonade was my fave. I also loved let's go to Beyonce's stuff. Okay. To me, let's view our albums. The Lion, the King, the Gift was a very much slept on album. I can listen to that song all day. That album all day. But for me, Lemonade was my fave, and I think it could have been because we got the album with the visuals. So for me, it all made sense. So Lemonade is for sure my favorite. It would probably go Lemonade. Probably Dangerously in Love. That's still one of my, I love it. Then Beyonce, Renaissance, The Lion, the King, the Gift, and then probably Cowboy Carter. In those orders, that's what I would go to. That's what I would go to. But to me, now, if I were a boy, that I don't count that. Hey, I don't count that. To me, every Beyonce album, and I mean a full-fledged actual album, is amazing to me. I feel like her body of work is amazing. So there's not even a bad Beyonce album. Like, for instance, Brandy. Okay, let's kind of compare. And I'm not comparing. I just want to give an example. Okay, for instance, I am a huge Brandy fan. You hear me? You hear me? Huge Brandy fan. However, I feel like B7 and that Human album that Brandy did, to me, they don't sit up with, like, I don't go back and listen to those two albums. I don't. However, Brandy, Never Say Never, Full Moon, Aphrodisiac, bitch, 211, loved those albums. Loved those albums. So to me, that is an example of how an amazing artist can have one or two albums. It's like, no, I don't go back and listen to those. I don't go back and do those. Okay, that's how I feel about Brandy. But for Beyonce, with her albums, I feel like there is no Beyonce actual. I don't count the Halo single remixes, or if I was, I don't count those two. But any other album of Beyonce, I would on any given Sunday, I would go listen to any given Sunday. Now, why we comparing and contrasting? I just feel like, as we said, okay. To me, though, that's the amazingness. So for anybody who either has not already listened to Cowboy Carter, for those who felt like, oh, it's a country album, I don't want to do that. I promise you, it's not as country as you think it is. It is a very easy listening album. She is singing on this album. A lot of folks miss her singing because on Renaissance, it was, fast, upbeat. She was still singing, but it was fast, upbeat, blah, blah, blah. On here, you hear the voice. Okay? And on one part, she's doing fucking opera. It's a part where she's just like, but when she said how she had finished this album before she did Renaissance. Okay? But I was like, bitch, Beyonce. I mean, look, she did it. She did it. Every song has a theme to it, or has a feel to it. Again, they're the only song, and even though I keep speaking, American Requiem is not a bad song at all. I think it's the longest song. Let me see. That's over 5 minutes. Let's see. Well, Hands Heaven. It's 5 what? Well, I just lost it. Well, yeah, Hands in Heaven is the longest, but American Requiem, it's a different feel. So if you would have heard that song coming in, you may be like, oh, I don't know. But again, for me, it was a good album. But I understand some folk may have to sit with it for a minute to understand or even see if they like it. But even folks who don't like it, I get why they don't like it. I do. But I would say, y'all, go ahead and listen to it, play it on through, and let it be what it is. Okay. Now let's get to this stuff. Now, y'all, I said, what is going on in the world? I have to. So I started a couple of things. Okay. I had to be sure I'm gonna talk about something later. We're not gonna do it now. Before we get to that, so Kay Nicole asked me, did I see Eric Adams on The Breakfast Club? I have been trying to not watch them. They get on my nerve. Eric Adams, I did see bits and pieces of it, because the female lawyer lady, whose name I don't know right now, who was in his ass, child, got in his ass. I kept watching for that point along. Listening to him get caught up in conversation let me know Mayor Eric Adams and Bishop Robyn are friends. the way they both talk around points, I'm like, one of y'all learned from the other one. I don't know who learned from who, but y'all sound alike. And let me see if I can. Let me go on the Breakfast Club so I can. Is it the Breakfast Club or is it the People's? I like to have a point of reference for it all. To be sure, I hope they're on SoundCloud. Okay. So I feel like, child, we don't even gonna pay anybody no mind. Trolls like coming in here, and we're gonna leave them be. I don't know if I have any mods in here tonight, and I wasn't even paying any attention to the comments until. And I'll be trying my best to stay positive and not cuss people out. But it's fine. Anyway, on my phone holder. This what happen when I don't have my. I don't even pay no attention. We put it on up there. Anyway, I don't know her name. What is her name? I can't pronounce her name. But you see her name, Miss is Olayyemi. And her last name was Olurin. Now, I've seen her on other things in the past. I've heard her before. And when I tell y'all, so with me in the Breakfast Club, I feel like Angela Yee really made the Breakfast Club entertaining because I really tuned in for like, the news, the gossip news, to keep that stuff. And to me, the Breakfast Club now is a joke. I feel like there's no sincerity when discussing topics. It just feels fake. So I don't really go there, and I don't be caring at all. And even when I saw somebody else there besides Jess, I still felt like, oh, I don't really care, blah, blah, blah. And then something started playing on YouTube, and I heard her talking to Mayor Adams, and I was like, oh, someone's getting in his ass. And I was like, that sound like Bishop Robbery. That sound like the Bishop. And when I watched pieces of it and how she was asking him direct questions and he was trying to skip around it, and she was because he was trying to make it seem like, oh, I guess a cop died or something. And when she was like, okay, cool, you want to boast about going to cops' funerals. However, you're not discussing when cops kill people in your city. Are you going to see the families when people are dying in prison because of the prison, whatever? Are you going and talking to the? And she was asking him specific questions, and he kept just like, I was like, oh, and it reminded me of how Bishop Robbery talks, and I was like, oh, so let me pause. Let me take it off because Breakfast Club will flag you if you are playing stuff on their thing, okay? And I want to pause it on the part where he is at. Let me see if I can find him and pause it on him. Because he, to me, let me find the other one. Okay, here we go. So, Bishop Robbery and Mayor Adams are the same person. Okay? The same person. And how they interact with people when having conversation, and on how they respond when being asked specific questions. So I don't know if they had the same media training or what, but I was like, he can't even answer the questions right. I was like, what is going on here? So I was like, I can see why they cool. They act alike. Except Mayor Adams is a mayor and Bishop is a bishop. Okay. So I saw bits and pieces of it to answer your question earlier. I saw bits and pieces. And yeah, for me, the Breakfast Club no longer feels like I'm going to get a qualified, educational, informational conversation at all. I feel like they don't be really paying attention to it. They have on there. They don't know much or whatever. They just have folk up there to have a name. They haven't researched shit. Once you start relying on interns to research stuff and give you talking points, just bring in the interns. Just bring in the interns. I feel like the best part about me talking to y'all is I'm not having anybody tell me what happened. I'm gonna figure out myself, so I can have a informational conversation. That's why something with y'all ask. If I don't know, I won't discuss it because I don't know. And if it feel like Charlamagne, Envy, and Jess, they don't be knowing shit. They only be knowing what post. They give them talking points, and that's it. Even on The View has producers who does give them stories to discuss, but they're aware of what the conversation will be about. They've looked into stuff enough to have an educated opinion on what's being, and I hate listening to people, and as they talk, I'm like, that ain't even what happened. Did you even Google the shit? That ain't what happened. You sound dumb. And then y'all all sound dumb. Envy be sounding dumb. Charlamagne, all of them be sounding dumb. And I don't be having time for dumb shit. Not today. No, ma'am. Okay. Now, Lisa had also asked about the foolishness of this weekend and the people around my apartment complex. There has been no update so far. I did send our leasing office a video, and I talked to them today, and they were very pissed off about they because other folks contacted them too, except I had a video. Okay. Other people did not have video, but I did. They're very thankful for that. They think they know which person it was. They are contacting the local police department to get a police report to confirm who it was, who was the person who lives here, and because our property manager thinks there's one troublesome couple, they will probably be evicted soon. And I'm happy. And that sounds mean. It sounds mean. I just feel like, let me see. Because I know, and the reason I did not post, I'm freezing. The reason I did not post the full 18 minutes is because YouTube is funny to where they'll flag stuff for like, age inappropriate, or they'll, that shit or whatever. I didn't want to do that. So I wanted to put in clips or whatever. And that was just, plus, when I do a story time, it's just easier to do that. There were some folk was comment, oh my God, the ghetto. And I'm like, first of all, where I stay is not ghetto. However, the people who was out there were, okay? Somebody commented and said, you said that you pay a lot for rent with the parking lot. I was like, how the fuck does my parking lot in pitch blackness tell you how much I pay in rent? I said, that sounds dumb, but whatever. But there are ignorant people all over, that is why when stuff happens, you just mention it to the leasing office. Because 8 times out of 10, nothing is happening around here at all. You know what I'm saying? It's so quiet. So when shit do happen, it's noticeable because that don't happen around here. And at first I wasn't even going to get up and like record nothing. It was until I was like, oh, they fussing. And a part of me felt like, what if they start fighting? If I have to be a witness for the prosecution or the defense, I need proof of what happened. So if I write a book, I have the image. So that's the only reason I was like, girl, record. And the way my bathroom is and my blackout curtains are, I can just stand behind my curtain and I'm like, why am I signal being done? I can just put the phone in the window and leave it be. But I was like, the fact that so many people called 911 because that shit don't happen around here a lot. So it was crazy. And I was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that at all. And I feel like because I'm getting older, I no longer feel like, oh, okay, you just think you management. You don't you don't worry about stuff, whatever. No. If you are disturbing my peace, and it's not just like a random, I'm in my apartment fussing. Once you leave your apartment and you're literally outside disturbing everyone in the middle of the night, yeah, I gotta call the police for one, because God forbid y'all start shooting because y'all young and dumb. Then for two, you shouldn't live here because you don't care about your neighbors. That was not a little spat between two people who was arguing in their apartment or whatever. That whatever. But you were outside loudly fussing, fighting, and for about at least a half an hour. So no, you should. And a part of our lease, here is you cannot be disruptive. And because when I sent the video to the lease, she's like, oh yeah, I think that's so and so and so and so. I'm confirmed with the police when I get the reports. Yeah, and we will have to get the, what did she say? Let me read the email. What did she say? Thank you so much. I am requesting the police reports now, but it may be blah 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 bloop and unit blah 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 bloop. The issue will be resolved, and I will have to get the court involved. It's ridiculous. Thank you. Get them involved. Get whoever you need. Judge Wapner, Judge Judy, all that. I do not want an HOA because an HOA are also assholes. An HOA tries to control everything. I don't want anyone telling me what I need to do at all. And I have heard horror stories about the HOA just being. I had a family I watch on YouTube are consistently a night. They live in Virginia, I believe it is. And the shit I see people complaining about HOAs, and I'm like, no. Because I don't have time for folks being upset because I don't know, I didn't pick up my leaves fast enough. They pissed because my Christmas lights is too bright. It's like, no, sir, no, thank you. I tell the folks I need to tell and let it be handled. Again, I don't, it was the reason I had to share what happened because it was that crazy. I was like, what the fuck? What is going on in my home? I am confused. Don't do it, Jesus. But luckily, no one was hurt. Literally, no one was arrested. Thank God. However, they should be evicted because that was not a one-time thing. If the lease and managers already know, they'll be on some bullshit. And sometimes all it takes is for one more incident and you're gone. And you're out here like that, acting like that. Okay, you gotta go. Anyway, let's get to some things. Okay. When I said no, why did this happen? What happened right here? 150 arrested in Georgia for allegedly using drones to deliver drugs, cell phones. I said, first of all, What? I feel like, what is the world coming to? Okay, this is in Georgia. I said it must be Atlanta. State officials announced the conclusion of a comprehensive investigation called Operation Skyhawk, which led to the arrest of 150 people, including 8 employees of the Georgia Department of Corrections. These arrests were made in connection with a contraband smuggling scheme, which used drones to smuggle cell phones, narcotics, and weapons into Georgia's prisons. I said, y'all work for the prisons, what is supposed to keep people locked up. And y'all are using drones I said, that is just stupid. Using drones to smuggle illegal items. Child, I don't want to go to jail. So I don't want that. That is those Skittles? Maybe those are wrappers for weed. I don't know. During the operation, law enforcement executed a search warrant and arrest warrant at 2 locations in Metro Atlanta, Thursday, dismantling a complex interstate criminal network involving. This is called a RICO case. Okay, this is an organization. Okay, this is the organization crime. This is called a RICO case. RICO. Interstate state to state fair charges. You know, once you do shit from state to state, that is a federal. Y'all stupid. Okay. Interstate criminal networking involving civilians, prison inmates, and correctional staff. 8 correctional officers were terminated who were involved. 1,000 charges related to smuggling of contraband, drug trafficking, illegal possessions of guns in prison. You should not give people guns in prison. Child, it included 87 drones, 273 cell phones, 22 firearms, and substantial quantities of tobacco, marijuana, methamphetamine, ecstasy, and cocaine. Not that cocaine. Cocaine? Is that why folk like going to jail? Stupid. Dumb. Also, stupid and dumb. Look, I won't say stupid and dumb. I want y'all to hear this late, okay? Because look, it say Christian woman who says she was fired from Starbucks for not calling co-workers by preferred pronouns is against my face to lie. Y'all listen to her what she said and let me know.
Enforce this new policy that basically we had to use everyone's preferred pronouns, specifically, you know, for transgender people. And, you know, I care a lot about my faith. I take my faith seriously, and I try to be as much like Jesus as I can. Obviously, it doesn't always work out, but I knew
you can't be like Jesus because Jesus is Jesus. You can't be like Jesus.
That I just could not cross those lines, because according to my faith, you're not supposed to lie. And
so you ain't never lied.
God made male and female, and basically I just could not lie about a man being a woman or a woman being a man. So I had talked to one of my coworkers and basically said, you know, hey, I'm willing to call you by your name. Starbucks enforced this. I'm willing to avoid using the pronouns you don't want me to use, but it's against my faith to lie and say, you know, that someone is a man I mean, if someone is a woman, if they're a man, or if someone is a man, if they're a woman. And at that time when I had that conversation with my coworker, they seemed to be okay with it. But then I had to talk with my store manager about it, and it started to become an issue. Basically saying, you know, we have to use the preferred pronouns. And then what happened was it was just very interesting. And this is like a part of the story I mentioned on social media. I had a dream one night.
Girl, fuck that. Look, this is my thing. I feel like if you don't agree with how somebody lived their life, that's you don't have to agree. You don't have to agree. However, making it seem like, oh my God, they're forcing me to accept trans people at work, and I cannot do that because God said that's a lie. If you can respect calling a person who was born male, who considers himself a female, and they were born named Andrew, and they want to call them Jacqueline, and you'll call her Jacqueline, but God forbid you have to use the her, she pronoun, that's too much. That's stupid. I think people forget that you don't have to agree with them thinking whatever you think. You can respect them enough to say, hey, Jacqueline. First of all, at Starbucks, the Jacqueline, Andrew, like it's the name on the cup. It's the name on the cup. It's like you accepting or you respecting somebody's name and somebody's pronouns when addressing them. God not pissed at you. You think God mad at you for that? When people try to put God in it, because God would not want me to call you her. God would not want me to call you him. Caitlin, I can't call you Caitlin. I gotta call you. No, that's stupid. That's dumb. There's nothing wrong with being a faithful person and believing in God, and you not wanting to be trans, you not wanting that to be your life, you not living. That's fine. But when she said, I talked to my coworker, like, I can respect you and call you by your name, but I'm gonna avoid using child. You would call them drama. You were causing drama by trying to say, I refuse to call you by your pronoun. I would call you Deborah, or I'll call you Brandon, but I can't call you he, and I can't call you she, because I still feel you're the opposite. Then you had a talk with with management, and once you said the same, that you can't do that. Most employers are trying to just be respectful. Just being respectful. And when you try to, they're not allowing me
New
to be a Christian.
policy.
They are not. I'm a Christian woman. I cannot lie. I try my miss every Christian, every person at some point in life has lied about something. Even if it's as simple as your boss saying, do you like working here? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a damn lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a complete lie. Stop putting your faith as a reason to not be respectful. Because if I see you and you tell me I am trans. Okay. Because that's your life to live. You have to handle that. If you want me to call you Billy Bob, Marianne, I'm gonna call you Billy Bob, Marianne. I would no longer call you Marianne. You are now Billy Bob. Hey, Billy Bob. Now, it's a difference between when you're talking and you may slip up sometime and say the wrong pronoun, but usually when someone does that, they instantly correct themselves. You just don't. You want to be difficult. You want to sue. She probably want to sue Starbucks for like discrimination, whatever. But I feel, because I don't go to Starbucks, but when I see people go and I see other people get stuff, I don't go in Starbucks. I don't. However, when I see people with their Starbucks with their name on it, or if somebody, goes to the drive, like when I go get, no, okay, here you go, ma'am. That's it. So I think she's full of shit. Again, you don't have to accept in your own life being gay, lesbian, trans, or whatever else. However, if somebody you have to interact with that says, hey, I go by Billy Bob, I don't go by Mary Ann anymore. If you can disrespect how I live my life while in my presence, cool. Because we look, at the end of the day, currently being trans, it's a thing. What do you do? The only thing I would not accept in life is Rachel Dolezal. I don't transracial people. No, ma'am. Marianne, I would not call you Keisha. No. No, ma'am. But if you choose, well, I don't call anybody black or white. I'm just saying, if you are trans, hey, Marianne, how you doing? It is that simple. It's that simple. Hi, Marianne. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Tamara. Hey, Andrew. And you keep it moving. This is the thing, Liza. You're not calling them a thing. You're calling them the name. Most trans people are like, I go by Becky. I'm not Brian anymore. Hey, Becky. Me saying, hey, Becky, is not me. It's not me saying God made it. Like, I ain't saying shit. I'm saying hey to Becky. And that's the get you gotcha. People feel like if I call you Becky and not Brian, I'm saying I that ain't what I said. Now, Becky said that. That's on Becky and God. That ain't on me. That's between Becky, Brian, and Jesus. That's it. So I think people try to make it an issue because they just don't agree with it. But that means that you just don't agree with it, but don't make it seem like I'm telling you, I need you to say today, I need you to get on your hands and knees and admit that God is, no one's saying that. No one's saying that. No one's saying that. And if you don't agree with Brian transitioning into Becky, you don't have to. But if your mama named you Jacqueline and you turned 21 and you want to go by Peaches and you want me to call you Peaches, boom, it's a nickname. I got an auntie named Poo Poo. Mama named her Poo Poo. Her mama named her Bettina. But we call Poo Poo. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying? I feel like people make it seem like the name that somebody go by is a big issue. But I can respect you enough to be like, okay, you want me to call you Marianne Billy Bob? Okay, cool. Hey, Marianne. And whatever you do at your house is on you. Even because that ain't my cup of tea. It's fine. Don't drink their tea. But if they want to be a teapot, call them a teapot. Even if they're skillet. Anyway, but don't use God as the reason. 22-year-old woman arrested for trying to smuggle drugs into the Cook County jail, placed drug-soaked pamper laced with PCP in a diaper and handed the baby to the inmate. I said, now what? I said, first of all, go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. 20-year-old woman is found herself in jail for allegedly putting a drug-soaked pamper in a baby's diaper and gave the diaper to the inmate. I was like, no, what kind of, who think is the baby? First of all, is her name really Reality McDonald? Is her name Reality? Let's see. We up here discussing Billy Bob and Marianne because the mama named him Billy Bob, and then Billy Bob grew up to be Marianne. We have this fool right here named Reality. It said Reality McDowell was arrested on March 28th and hit with several charges from bringing a controlled substance into a penal institution, a class 1 felony, and possession of a controlled substance, a class 4 felony. Child stupidity. The police claimed that on January 8th, security footage showed her giving the infant to an inmate who ended up removing a piece of the paper from the child's diaper. And they saw it. They quickly got the paper and determined it was coded PCP. Child is now in protective. Child, when you using a baby to give a criminal drugs, you supposed to be in jail too. And who baby was it? I hope it was their baby. What if she borrowed somebody's baby to be a drug baby mule? Okay, it better, child, who baby was it? I hope it was her baby. Because what did she rent a baby? And the thing is, he had to tell her, can't you just smuggle in through the baby? Who idea was it to smuggle the baby? Was it Marianne or Billy Bob? Because somebody has to let me know. Because somebody did it. Child, that infant is a drug mule. Because she's 22. The baby got to be the baby got to be 2 or younger. Because most kids are 2 or younger is in some kind of diaper. Child, what if the baby is really a little person? What if the baby is really the daddy? What if the baby is the mastermind? And the baby got off scot-free and the mama. Who thinks of this shit? Why would you put PCP in the diaper? In the diaper? Child, Jesus said, stop using me for... Let's get to some other random things I saved, okay? Y'all, these conjoined twins. Now, I had never heard of Abby and Brittany Hensel until they got married. Well, not even they. One of the twins got. Let me Google it before I start sounding stupid. And y'all like that ain't what happened. You read a child. I said last week, I said I had not read up on the Gypsy Girl story, and I jokingly said, but because I know she could have mama, she couldn't live with me. You should read. Kids, shut up. I be reading it up when I want to. Let's see, Abby and Brittany. Abby and Brittany. Okay. So, for one, they are 34 years old. They're conjoined twins. One of them got married. Okay, Abby got married. Abby is the one on the left, not the one in the middle. And when I first saw this, the headline that conjoined twins, whatever, then the twin Abby got married. And I said, but what about the other one? So I felt like I don't want to get canceled for saying jokes because I had jokes. I had questions, okay? A couple years ago. One, they have two heads, but they share the rest of their body. And I thought to myself, and I saw Parker, they went to college. They got 2 separate degrees. They had to pay 2 separate tuitions. However, if they get a job, they only get 1 paycheck because they're one person per se. Now, I feel like, and there's only 1 cooch. Okay? Because again, 2 heads, but 1 body. And I just feel like, I don't know if it's like legally he could not marry both of them because that's, I think, polygamy or bigamy or something. So I get if maybe legally the marriage license can only have his name and one of the twins' name. I'm like, but didn't he marry them both? Because it's 2 heads and it's 1 body and they share 1 cooch. So I said, now I saw Chaka's him sent me. I'm so stupid. There is a thing going around that it says from them, but it's not. I don't know if I emailed myself. And it says, because everyone is asking, we're just going to tell you, yes, I had sex with my husband. Yes, I go down on him. Yes, my sister Brittany is there. Where else would she be? Where else would she be? Yes, my sister and I orgasm as one, but when I sleep with my husband, she's usually reading a book or listening to a true crime podcast, so she just puts the pleasure out of her mouth. Now that was fake. Okay, somebody put that. I said first of all, but my thing is, my question, child, I still wonder why is it like he only married 1 sister? I feel like that's unfair to the other one because can the other one date? If the other one dates, like, what if the other one also falls in love with somebody? Are they then sharing the cooch? And at that point, when Abby banged her husband, is Brittany then cheating on her husband and vice versa? And if there is, because I'm assuming there's sexual things going on, you know what I'm saying? If he is only dating or married to the 1 twin, like, does he not get head? Like, does she not, like, do they like do this oral sex? Maybe oral sex is just not a thing for them. Because I feel like I'm not. I'm not. Some of y'all with these names. I can't imagine sitting somewhere and somebody is right next to me getting head. Like you're getting head next to my head. And then where like does the other twin suffocate? Because how can she get any air? So I just feel like there are questions, even though these are none of our business. Because what people do in the bedroom of their home is nobody else's business. I get that. But I still had questions. And I'm like, does the other sister who isn't married, like, does she have to keep giving consent? Because what if the non-married sibling is like, I don't feel like having sex? Because in some way she has to participate. Because I'm assuming, like, we both control one arm. You control that arm, I control this arm. I don't want my hand, on his dick. Okay, you give him one hand-to-hand jobs with your hand, not my hand. There's a lot that has to go into just understanding the boundaries, because I'm like, now they had a show on TLC back in 2012. I guess I didn't watch it. I'm on today's show. It's like, it said they were on Oprah at one point in time back in 96, and the Abby girl is married. I'm like, it says Abby is a teacher. The husband, Josh, is a nurse and a U.S. Army veteran. They got married in 2021. I guess we just not finding out. They live in Minnesota. The sisters are both teaching 5th grade in Minnesota. I just feel like, and it is riding around with 2 helmets, and I just feel like, if I'm mad at you, do I cut off the waterwork down? Like, if I'm pissed at my sister, her husband, I'm going to make our coochie be dry. Y'all can have sex. If I'm mad at you, I'm going to sing bitty bitty bum bum while y'all doing it. I'm going to ruin the moment. So I just wonder, you know what I'm saying? These are very invasive questions. I get it. But I feel like it's, it says when Abby and Brittany were born in 1990, their parents, Patty and Mike Hensel, decided against separation surgery, deeming it too risky. At the time, the doctor said there was little chance that both would survive. So, because, they both might not survive, they said now they're 34. They're 34. They have a husband. So, the husband now has a wife. And for me, I'm like, it's not hateful. It ain't hateful. It's just, you just wonder. I just wonder. That's all. I just wonder. It's regular questions. Is it a threesome? Because in my opinion, 3 heads equal a threesome. Like this. So does the other twin ever, has the other twin ever kissed somebody? And then when they first met him, how did they? I don't know what it is. I don't know, and I don't want to go too much because it'll give me more questions. It will just give me too many questions. But I feel like I just don't understand when they first met. Did he like one twin over the other? Has he ever kissed both twins? Has he only kissed one of them? How can the other twin date? Look, also, I have a question. If one twin passes away, what happens? Like, do they both die? And then, if they do a separation surgery, because I feel like now, like, medicine has evolved immensely since 1990. So I wonder, like, do they ever, like, have they ever went to a doctor and say, hey, what can be done now? Is there any safe way that we can be separated? Or has it ever been a conversation about if one of us passes away, what happens to my sister? Because she's now married. Then if they doing it and they get pregnant, who's the mama? Because it's one coach. Allegedly. Because it's two heads in one body. Two heads, one body. Now if, because I've never seen their cooch. But again, it says the sisters share reproductive organs. Okay, that's one thing they said before, that they share reconstructive, that system down there. Let's see. The women each have a heart. So they both have a heart. They both have a lungs. But all other organs, including their reproductive system, is shared. I'm looking at some of y'all questions, and I ain't saying it out loud. I'm not gonna do it. But again, congrats to look, shit, they married and I'm not. Child, how the fuck the conjoined twins find a man before me? Well, not find a man, but got a husband before me. That's the difference. How did they get married before me? I just wonder how that works. I do. Because they both will be the mama. Because, child, this is the true definition of they and theirs. Because they is two people. They look happy. They look happy. But hell, if you get your dick sucked by hey, best friend. I'm like, child, this man got these women. Any child, and what, like, is it any jealousy? Like, do they both feel stuff at the same time? Because if he married to the left twin, okay, and he in cooch with the left twin, is the right twin allowed to moan? Don't be fucking my husband. It's our cooch. What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out. Because I don't share my one cooch. I don't. Okay. No. So I just wonder, how does that work? I do. And I don't think it's wrong for mine to inquire. Because I think everybody understands if it's one penis and one vagina, we get how things go. But when it's one penis, one vagina, and two heads, we wonder how. Then when he seen them both, he say, I want them. Yep. I want them. And then like the other sister is literally a third wheel. Because when he talking to his wife, this is she just there. She just there. They both don't suck. Child, you never. They both don't suck it. When she, no, that was a fake one. Somebody made that up. I had read it a little bit earlier. Somebody made that up. But when I read that, I said, first of all, how are you reading true crime while getting pleased? But my thing is, if the pleasing is good, okay, if the pleasing is good, you can't focus on reading no book. You can't focus on reading no book. You can't even focus on sleeping. Child, do they put a blanket? Do they put a blanket on her face? Like is it a curtain? Is it a curtain in between their faces? And then maybe while she sleep, he can gently, do stuff. And look, child, she can't go face down, ass up. Because the sister, she may kill her sister. I should not have to be face down in the pillow. I can't breathe. Okay? So he has to be on top. And then, like, is he allowed to look at the other sister? Because if we marry, you fucking my sister tonight. Shana, let me move on. Because I told y'all we had shit and I'm up here joking. But anyway, look, at the end of the day, congrats to the threesome. And hopefully the extra sister don't feel like she's a third wheel. Hopefully old boy is able to please two heads in one. And hopefully, if the other sister ever finds her own person, her sister and her sister husband will agree to time share the cooch. Okay? Because I mean, get a California king size bed. You on your side with your wife. I'm on my side with my wife. Okay. Maybe one day you get the handy job her, and the next day I get I don't know. Get a calendar. Maybe one child, maybe one twin like vagina and the other one like anal. I don't know. Because if the first husband of one sister only likes vagina sex, maybe the other sister can get a husband who only likes anal sex. And that way, y'all ain't sharing it. Okay? Because the other husband don't only like it from the back. And that way, it ain't cheating. I'm trying to help the people. Okay? Because can't nobody tell me that when a drumstick goes in the cooch, that whoever tendons and things is connected to that don't feel it and don't say, ooh. So at some point, your husband fucked your sister. Now, the extra sister, maybe she did not ever put her mouth on it. She ain't never kissed that man. But that man has kissed the insides of her cooch. I just hope that every time they do it, they get her consent. That's all I can say. Because that's what matters. Anyway, bitch, I am stupid. What the fuck is that with JoJo? Why What is wrong with her? Child, people, do y'all know what that is? Let me find what she used. Y'all know that's her, right? That's her. Now, she done told us she's lesbian now. You know, she's part of the LGBT girl, LGBTQIA community. I said, why is she dressed like Kiss? I said, for what? I don't know what midlife crisis she's going through. I feel like them child. Was she on Disney? Was she on Disney? I mean, I just feel like because she had such a bubblegum, I'm your sugar plum honey bunch, something, 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 you're my sweetie pie, because she had such that, thing or whatever. I feel like she wants to go the complete opposite. Okay, the complete side. Thank you, girl, for the super. Y'all know the most random shit come out of my mouth. Thank you for the super chat. But I feel like she's trying her best to just be complete opposite. She's in her villain era. I feel like she just wants to be like, I'm my own person. And I get it's a Kiss thing. I know now, I don't know Kiss, but I remember Kiss, whatever, but I feel like Kiss is Kiss. I'm saying Kiss is Kiss. Why couldn't you, like, who are you, JoJo? It's a JoJo, is it Siwa? I think it's Siwa. Who are you, JoJo Siwa? Okay, let us know who you are, because that's Kiss. Now, she has 11 million followers around here, okay? She wants to be different now. You see all this, right? She's I don't know what she is. I don't know. Okay? And she's like, I want to be different, bitch. Okay? I want to be lesbian. Okay? I want to be loved differently. I no longer want to be this, completely pop, completely bubblegum. I want to be different. And there's different and then there's confused. Meaning you are still figuring out who you are, who you want to be, what works for you. You're gonna try out different things. It's fine. Like, that's cool. Okay, whatever. Be fine. But I was like, you, it's Kiss. Like, I like her time. I like it. It's like little Beetlejuice. It's Beetlejuice. So I just, I can't wait for her to figure out who she is. So that way, when anybody they're like, what the fuck is she? Is she okay? I believe yes. She came from Dancing Moms. But hopefully, she snap out of it. I saw this where it says Scott Disick wants ex-Courtney to tone down PDA with her husband that was marketing around the kids. Look, I don't have to read none of this shit, and I agree. I feel like Courtney kids are still like kids. How old? Y'all make sure y'all go. Is there any mods here? If any mods are in, if I can do it myself, I'll be forgetting y'all. I be forgetting. My throat hurts too. My throat ain't nothing right now, y'all. And I ain't had not no weird, man. Stop it. I want y'all to make sure to follow and I'll be multitasking. I be multitasking. Can I do this? I want y'all to make sure. How do I pin it? Y'all know I don't be know how to do stuff sometimes because now I don't be paying no attention. I need to pin that and I don't know how. But I need everybody to go make sure. I think I put up on my computer. I need y'all to go and subscribe to my best friend's page. I'm gonna pin it. So go and make sure to subscribe to Karla Pace, y'all. She's like 25 or less people away from hitting 1,000 subs. So y'all go subscribe to Karla Pace because I asked y'all to. But around here, Scott, look, this is I was supposed to be looking up how old is Kourtney kids. Let me see. How old is Kourtney Kardashian's kids as of 2023? Let's see. 8-year-old Reign, 13-year-old Mason, and then 11-year-old Penelope. I feel like there is a difference between a married couple just being loving to each other and enjoying each other and showing each other. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I think you have that. And then you have people who are like tonguing each other down. And I can understand Scott saying, hey, maybe not so hot and heavy in front of the kids. They should not be like imagining, well, what's going on in the bedroom? They look at each other. I can understand saying, hey, this is like not so much, of that. Okay. Even though Scott has been a parent who, YouTube child on live now. YouTube is knocking folks out. I can't control it. It's so dumb. Come on back in. Yes, and sometimes fast forward a little bit. And we here. But again, Scott was an alcoholic, drug-induced, crazy person that Kourtney would shelter the kids from seeing his actions. So his bad parenting wasn't seen. But I do understand someone saying, I just don't want y'all being like, because I've seen, even I feel uncomfortable sometimes when I see Kourtney and Travis like this being extra. I do it because that's your cool. But I feel like I would never do that in front of my dude's kids because they don't need to see all that. It's a lot. So I can understand Scott feeling like, hey, maybe not so much heavy duty PDA in front of the kids because again, he their daddy. So while Scott is still a weird motherfucker, he like people. I can understand him saying, hey, maybe not, don't grab titties in front of my kids. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that. Okay, I can understand that. The intro song is All Right. And that's on her website. KarlaPace.com. Hold on. Let me just put it in here. Boom. So yeah. I don't care about married people, Scott is he's not happy. He may be a very, very Scott, I think Scott been unhappy for a long time because his parents died or whatever. He's on drugs. But hopefully God will fix Scott and get Scott a woman of legal age, and then he can pack on some PDA too. Somebody said Now this could be a goddamn on joke. Amorosa says she doesn't have time to film Housewives of Potomac. Who the fuck asked for that? Look, child, Amorosa to me is not a person who would be her true self on a show. She is an acting show villain. That's it. I don't think anyone knows who she really is in life, and I don't want that bitch nowhere on my TV. Get her out of my face. No, thank you. I don't want it. I keep seeing this clip. Gerard Carmichael is a comedian. He had a show at one point that was funny. That's gone. Anyway, he's a comedian. Okay, he has a documentary film out by himself, and in the premiere thing, whatever. He and Tyler, the creator, are friends, like best friends or whatever. And when Gerard came out as gay, and in the thing, he came out and said at one point he had told Tyler, the creator, "Hey, I like you. I got feelings for you." Like he wanted to date him via text. Okay. And Tyler didn't like, he's like, "Oh, I bet you stupid." And then kind of never addressed it. Well, that happened off camera. Well, now he's doing the show, whatever, the documentary, and Gerard decides to have the conversation about, "Hey, remember the time I told you I liked you and you kind of ignored me? Well, I just want to discuss it." And folks are having a conversation about it. I want to give my 2 cents. I feel like we have to leave space open enough to understand some people do not know how to correctly have a conversation with somebody of the same sex who says, "I like you," and you don't like them. Whether Tyler is straight, gay, bi, I feel like the first thing he was friends with Gerard. And I feel like when your friend says, "Hey, like, I might want to suck your dick," you know what I'm saying? Like, because if you like me, eventually we're gonna have sex. So, like, to me, my first notion is always, can I see myself with my friend sexually? And if I cannot see myself with my friends sexually, ain't no point in having a conversation. Secondly, I feel like Tyler saying, "Bitch, you so," whatever way he worded it, I feel like that was his way of saying, "Nah." That's also, it sounded like that's his usual response to shit is stupid. Like, "Man, you bitch, you so dumb." You know? And even him saying, like, he said, "I did not know what to say." And so I felt like me not saying nothing after that was like, ain't shit to talk about. And I feel like sometimes when someone in their own way says, "Nah," that means no. You have to understand what your friend's version of no is, because each person's version of no is different. It does not mean they love you no less. It does not mean they don't respect you as a person. It means you threw your fishing rod out there and it didn't catch the fish. I also felt like this did not need to be a part of it. But at the same time, it wasn't a big, like, right. Tyler doesn't ever seem serious about things. And even him saying, like he said, like, we were like best friends. Like, we're like best friends. I didn't know how to react to that shit. So I just didn't. And felt like we can just keep moving on as friends. Because you said some weird shit, I said some weird shit, but I don't want your weird shit. And you should understand that I don't want you in that way because I said, bitch, you stupid. Like, that's my way of saying, nah, man, cool. We chilling. Now, I also don't see issue with Gerard saying, I think that was weird. How you responded. It hurt my feelings. But I also felt like a piece of it was like, did you mean to ignore me? Could we possibly back? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. So I hope that if you are a gay person, man or woman, or a person in general, anybody, whether you're gay or straight, when you approach a friend that you're trying to shoot your shot at, it can make shit weird. And you should never want to make shit weird. Unless the sex is really good. Well, you won't know that that's good. My point is, be careful, but don't be offended. But know what that person's no is. Now, if Tyler was around here sending out dick pics, being flirty, then I would say, well, Gerard, keep shooting your shot. Because you can't flirt with your friend in a sexual way and then they think that you don't want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? So again, if Tyler ain't never sent you no dick pic or asked you for one, okay, leave it be. Leave it be. But I was like, I just need folk to understand. Sometimes people don't know how to respond, and sometimes no response is the response. So I said we had nothing. We were up 2 hours. Congrats to Cat Doll. Her and her man Tracy is having a baby girl. She already has her son. Now she'll have her daughter. They revealed she's having a little girl. Now Cat Doll also said already that she ain't having no more kids, and she had hoped that this baby would be a girl. So that way she would have one boy and one girl. But who knows what they would be when they grow up, okay? However, again, girl it is, girl. Congratulations. It was girl pink flower powder up in the air. It's so long. I should have hit fast forward, but I did not think about it. And it was on Easter, so it's an Easter egg theme. Easter, bunny, eggs, all that stuff. Girl's the girl. I ain't got time for all that. Boom. We'll go. Girl. Yay! Congratulations! Confetti. Babies are a blessing. They say Diddy's stuff dropping. Diddy's radio airplay drops 88% since SA lawsuits. I ain't surprised. Authorities say they may reinvestigate the 1999 nightclub shooting. They should. That lady said, Puff shot me, not shine. I'm trying to run through things real fast. I saw this shit. Pastor was recreating Jesus died on the cross. I say, sir, what kind of shit? Who casket is that? Jesus wouldn't put no casket. What? See, this type of stuff, I'm like, this is why all churches is supposed to have a council of deacons, okay? Because if you have a council of deacons, ain't no way that all the council of deacons say, yes, pastor, have 2 people from the youth ministry, okay, or 2 kids who are seniors in high school, maybe freshmen in college. You have them climb you down, carry you down on the pulpit and get you a casket. Who casket? It's all about, you can't rent caskets. Have them get you a casket, undress you, dress you back up in white, and put your ass in a casket. I said, now on what? On Beyonce's internet, okay? On God's green earth, okay? Oprah's the count world. What? And who the hell said swallow him like a baby? Can you imagine the practice for this? Yeah, man, you get the head. No, you get the head now. Hold him up. Hold him up. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Yep. Hold up. Who? I don't care what music being, but I don't care what he's saying. Ash to ash, dust to dust. Why did the pastor? And is he gonna rise up? Is he gonna rise? Because we know God rose up on the third day. They should have never gave you Negroes caskets, white sheets, and music. Got them 2 boys standing around there waiting for Jesus to be resurrected in the church because Pastor Bishop man said, I want to be out the casket for resurrection. Child, this by Bishop Robbery sat at home in his outfit, and that's it. Okay, that's it. Now he rise. Child, not him rising up. Rise up. I'm gonna rise up. Because God was resurrected. Okay, God, okay, child. Miss Child, I don't like this. Child. Get out of my face, Pastor. I just saw that and thought it was dumb. Look at Nicki Minaj. Looking happy to be outside with her husband. Y'all, they don't go meet places together. We don't see Nicki out much with that husband of hers, honey. So, for her son, adorable. Okay, he is so adorable. Now we don't know that baby name. We don't know his name. They call him Papa Bear. Okay, but she looks happy to be out. Okay, and little Papa Bear is such a little cutie patootie. You hear me out at the game. There was the Knicks versus OKC game last night. Now Nicki Round here, her husband. Okay, come on, man, come on. Okay, get your ass in the because he not used to being outside either. Okay, when your husband not used to being outside and you ready to go, child, when she yanked it, come on. Come on. All right. I'm coming, mama. Mama, I want to talk about friends. Mama, what's outside? No, it's time to go. Come in the house. Cut the game off. Go to bed. Child. Child, the baby's gorgeous, okay? At the end of the day, her son is such a little cutie patootie, and she's a mama. But Betty. Jocelyn said she's gonna change her name to Cocaline. First of all, it fits. If she wants to be called Cocaline, girl, be what you are. If I can call Billy Bob, Mary Jane, I can call you Cocaline. That's fine. What did I say? I said Beyonce and them. I said Porsha. Oh, so 2 things left. Okay. Well, first, I want to touch on the Housewives of Potomac. I want to touch on these hoes here, and then lastly, we'll do Porsha. I didn't know, child. How do we get to 2 hours? I talk too damn much. I feel like when I just run shit, it just be what it is. Anyway, I watched part 1 of the reunion. I did a review this morning. I want to add a couple things, okay? Because I did not discuss Mia when I talked about the reunion. Seeing Mia in her dressing room on the phone with her boyfriend Ink, while her husband is there with her, and her and him and Ink all talking and, hey man, how you doing? Oh God, what? Mia must have conjoined twin cooch. Okay, it just two hoes in one. Because how? Okay, I love you. I'm like, bitch, your husband is right here. It's so confusing to me. And then when at the end, when Wendy brought up how Gordon said, not Gordon, when Wendy said, look, Ink was set up for that, you know what I'm saying? Ink came around your house trying to get your son because he think that son is his son. And me said, well, yeah, he do think, you know, my son is. I was like, what? While Mia acts like, oh, it's no big deal. Yeah, he thinks, you know, me and Gordon's oldest son is his son. You know, because the time frame, you know, who knows? Okay. Now I think the boy is Gordon's son. Because to me he looks like Gordon. But I don't like how Mia, Gordon, and Ink are even bringing any of this shit about who that boy daddy is to the TV when all y'all have to do is a simple DNA test and leave it be. Don't have that. If people watch this show, if his whoever, and for him to think, oh, so y'all this whole time, mama, you ain't know who my daddy was? And y'all wasn't gonna take a test? Because to me, that little boy has a right to know who his father is, period. Because now that's out in the atmosphere, he get it done. Get it done. So to me, Mia is a piece of shit. Because Mia is using Gordon, Ink, and the son DNA test is stupid. Robyn wants us to believe. When Robyn said, y'all should have a 2-hour special on Juan's life. It is very interesting. I said, bitch, y'all had 8 seasons. You had 8 seasons worth of time to show us Juan's life. When Juan was caught in a hotel receipt scandal, when Juan was caught in a laundromat, nail salon scandal with women. Every time when Juan was caught on a hot mic saying he was not happy and y'all married in season 2, every time Juan got into some shit and y'all overcame it, that should have been a piece of what makes Juan tick. The reason me and Juan won't divorce is because Juan lost both his parents. I am the only family he has. Okay, then discuss Juan's family. If you attach Juan's fucked up, interesting life to why you are dumb enough to stay with him, they will shoot that. But you around here want us to believe y'all need a solo 2-hour show special to show folk how dynamic Juan's life is and was. Bitch, miss me with the bullshit. The fact that Juan, who does not have no job, refused to come on the show that paid his bills, it proves neither one of y'all are smart. Because where else will you make the kind of money you make on Housewives? Anywhere else. Where else? To me, Robyn is the more interesting person between her and Giselle. If Robyn would have solely had Juan show up to the reunion, take on all the questions and not get aggravated, they would have gotten another season and Robyn would have sat first chair. If Juan would have showed up, Robyn would have sat first chair instead of Karen. it would have been Robyn on one side and Mia on the other. The only reason Karen sat first chair was because Juan did not show up, and Robyn would keep saying the same shit. He doesn't have to show up. No, Robyn's dumb. Checkmate, bitch. And I mean bitch respectfully. I mean bitch respectfully. It hasn't been confirmed that she's fired. However, we're going to go with she's fired. Okay, anyway. If Robyn would have played things smart, if Robyn would have just said, Juan, you have to show up. Because this is the thing. Even when they talked about Ashley and how some seasons Michael didn't show up, but she then said, but when he got accused of shit, he showed up. When he had those allegations, he showed up. He showed up when he needed to. He showed up when it was stuff that he had did that Ashley would end up having to answer for it. He showed up. Now Giselle don't have no one to show up. Okay, Mia has a boyfriend and her husband still showed up. The fuck? Phaedra not even married to Apollo. Apollo ain't had shit to do with Married to Medicine. Apollo showed up for Phaedra, but Juan Dixon did not show up for Robyn. And Robyn wants us to believe we've been together for 20,000 years. Okay. And when you have such, time together, bitch, you show up. You show up. Robyn and Juan basically told the show, fuck y'all. Robyn not talking about it last time, putting it behind a paywall, and then even this season kind of just ignoring the whole thing. Robyn wants folk to feel like, well, because me and Juan weren't currently going through shit, it didn't matter. No, every time she kept changing the story. First, I was waiting for Karen to bring it up. Then we weren't really going through it at that point in time. I wasn't working with you. I said earlier, Candace's issue with Robyn is that, again, Robyn made a decision. I can just support Candace because Giselle is going to say all season how Chris made her feel. That's going to be a thing. And I feel like Robyn feel like, well, she's acting as if I supported Giselle. It's like, no, you supported Candace and said you didn't think Chris did it. But you did that because you wanted to keep the storyline between them and not on you. You knew what you and Juan had going on. When Karen said Juan was running around with some woman, blah, 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 and Robyn kept making it seem that you're crazy. That's not true. It was true. Juan had been seen with different women. If you were waiting for Karen to bring it up, and when you made it seem as if Karen was lying, and she wasn't. Again, you kept trying to move the triangle off of you and Juan. Let's keep it to, Candace, woo, 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 woo. I don't think Chris did that. I don't think, whatever. Even the whole narrative about what, Candace saying Chris was accused of SA. I think her point was the words that Giselle used, how she kept saying it, it was at the least some form of sexual harassment, kind of, what I'm saying, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Them saying how Chris supposedly touched somebody's butt. It was all an inclination, inclination. It was a, what's the word? Not inclination. Y'all know the word I'm trying to say. I can't think of it right now. But imply, y'all trying to imply that's what he did. So Candace was pissed. And Candace saw, y'all won't play me. I quit, bitch. And I said, girl, fine. So we'll see what happens next week on part 2. Lastly, Porsha. First of all, Porsha said, bitch, I'm in the house. Okay. Porsha, like, let me show y'all I am still at the house. Okay. Don't get it twisted. I am, because I'm like, that's the house that Simon said, that they don't want you around here. Okay. Simon said, don't shoot not Nan show. Don't shoot nothing at my house. Get from out of here. Don't be here. No, ma'am. No, let me go to page. Simon was saying, this is my house, my husband's. Okay. I own this house. She don't. It's mine and mine only. And I said, oh, to me, my opinion, Porsha wanted to show I'm still here too, bitch. Checkmate. Okay, it's me, it's PJ, it's Easter. Okay, we here too. It's not just you, it's me too. Now I said, is that Simon? Now, because when I kept on looking, that Simon page, it's the same house. It's the same house. Simon can say all he wants to, that I own this house. Well, she's there too. So Porsha is, to me, is showing I still have access to the marital home. Okay. He don't own this outright. I be here too. Then we seen Porsha around here. Her and Dennis, happy Sunday. Y'all flip it upside down to put this upside down stuff. For her and Dennis round here, okay, in a thing. I said, oh, child, anything for PJ. Dennis was showing, them around here. Thank you, okay. Insinuation. Insinuation. Porsha and Dennis is really around here just hanging out. And look, I get it, everything for PJ, that's their daughter. They want her to be able to, have memories with mom and daddy. But I'm going to still say over and over again that since Porsha and Simon been going through this, Porsha and Dennis been more friendly and more parent friendly with PJ. I don't make the news, I just report it. Because Simon was just saying, he want all the stuff turned over, all communication with Bravo, this, that, and the other. Okay, in court documents obtained by Radar Online, Simon is giving Porsha until April 4th to deliver a nice amount of documentation amid the next divorce. He wants to turn over a copy of her passport, copies of her payments from hotels and not hotels and motels from January 2024 up until now, which to me means stuff was getting funny around January. Okay, he's also requesting that she shows proof that she actually hired a bodyguard, that she popped up at their house with an armed gunman. He wants her to turn over all her audio and all the audio and video she recorded at their house since February up until now. It requested she turn over all communication she's had with True, not with Bravo, because y'all know True Entertainment is Bravo on them. With Bravo on them, Bravo, he wants anything Porsha has sent them regarding him, the divorce, their prenup, and storylines as she prepares to return to the Housewives of Atlanta. I said the fact that Simon is trying to control what she do, what she say, how she says it, how he's portrayed, and all that shit. Ooh, I know Porsha is pissed. I know Porsha is pissed because if y'all recall, like on Basketball Wives years ago, when Royce Reed joined the show, initially, y'all know Royce Reed was had a gag order where she could not talk about Dwight Howard on that show. That's why when Royce Reed was on that show, they never talked about who her man was because they did not allow her to do that. And Porsha, if Simon round here, like what's going on? Don't discuss me. Don't film my hot. Like before they can really even get to filming, he's already causing issues. And if I was Porsha, I would shoot all my scenes at a different house. I would not see. He can only control what happens at that house. Basically, whatever she say elsewhere, he can't really control that technically. So we shall see. Hopefully, I do wonder. I agree. I do wonder if he had agreed to be on the show before she filed for divorce. And since she filed for divorce, he's now like, wait a minute, wait, what's being said? What happened? What happened? Child, it gets messier and messier as we speak. And that's why I feel like, just my opinion, that's why Porsha's hanging around Dennis. Because, you know, that's her daughter's father. You know, she called that man, he's still family or whatever. And, you know, it also probably sticks to the sand a little bit. Jesus fix it. Anyway, y'all, that's all I have. Look, I told y'all not to worry. I said I don't have nothing. I don't have no thumbnail or nothing. I ain't do no intro. Not no intro. I ain't do no break music or nothing. And we had a whole 2 hours, okay? So I hope y'all had a good old time with me. I had a good old time with y'all. Okay, I hope y'all have already went around it and subscribed to my best friend Karla's YouTube page. We want to get her to 1,000 subs. So if y'all could please do that for me, okay? She has great music. Her website's there too. Do all of that stuff. Do all of that. Now I want y'all to also be good and be safe. We'll see what a live is tomorrow. Okay, I love you all. I had a great time with y'all. As we always do. But be safe. Go in the house. Get some sleep. I gotta go. Bye.